Have you ever wondered how data travels across the internet and reaches the correct destination, and how a router decides the path for the best data? In this video, I will explain routers, IP addressing, and routing in a simple way, along with how we can create a topology on Cisco Packet Tracer. Let's start with basics. What is a router? A routing is a networking device that connects different networks and forward data from one network to another. In simple terms, a router acts like a traffic manager of the internet. Purpose of router. The main purpose of a router is to receive data packets, check their destination using an IP address, and forward them through the best possible path. So basically, it ensures that the data reaches the correct destination efficiently. When a data is sent from a device, it first reaches the router. The router checks the destination IP address, then looks into its routing table and selects the best path to forward the data to the next network or router. To understand this better, think of Google Maps. When you enter a destination, it shows you the best route. Similarly, a router chooses the best path for data to travel across network. Now let's understand the difference between a router and a switch. A router connects different networks while a switch connects devices within the same network. A router uses IP addresses while a switch uses MAC addresses. There are different types of routers such as wired router, wireless router, core routers and edge routers. Wired routers connect devices through Ethernet cables. Wireless router connects devices using Wi-Fi. Core routers handle high-speed traffic within large network. Edge routers connect an internal network to external network. Now let's talk about IP address. An IP address is a unique identifier assigned to each device on a network. There are different classes of IP address. Class A for large networks. It is used for larger organizations. The first octet identifies network and last three are host bit. Class B, it is used for medium networks. First two octet identify network and last two octet identify host bits. Class 3 is small network. The first three octet identifies network and last is for host. It is used by small offices and homes. Now I will show you how to configure an IP address on a PC in Packet Tracer. First we have to click on the PC, go to desktop tab, then click on IP configuration and then enter the IP address. When we enter the IP address, we can get the subnet mask itself. Then we also have to add default gateway. Then we can close the window and we have successfully configured our PC. We can do the same for other PCs that we have connected in our system. Now let's talk about routing. Routing is a process of selecting paths for data to travel from source to destination. Router uses a routing tables to store information about different network paths. Now how routers make decisions. Firstly, it examines destination IP address, then it checks routing table for the best path, then it considers network matrices like speed and congestion. At last, it forward packet to next router. Real life example of it can be Google Maps. They connect they choose the fastest route to our destination. Routers do the same thing with data packets, avoiding congested paths and finding the quickest way. Now there are two types of routing. First is static routing. In this we manually define the routes. Advantages of static routing is that it's simple to configure, uses low CPU, it's secure and predictable paths. But there can be some disadvantages as well, such as it is time consuming, it does not adapt to network changes and is not suitable for large networks. Then comes dynamic routing. Dynamic routing routers automatically share route information with each other. This reduces manual configuration and is used for larger networks. Two protocols can be used in this. First is RIP, Routing Information Protocol. It is a simple protocol that uses hop count to determine best path. It is good for small networks. Now we can implement static routing into packet tracer. To do so, we have to add some devices as shown in the picture. Then we have to connect them using cables. While connecting router to router, we have to add a module, that is WCT. After adding the module, we can have serial option on router. Then we can connect each router using the serial option. This is done to establish serial communication between routers. Then we can configure IP on PCs as we discussed before. Then at last we have to configure routers for static routing. I have given the command for that. We have to click on router, then go on CLI. On CLI, firstly we have to enable, then config terminal, then we have to define the interface, then give IP address and then save the changes. Same thing we have to done for serial interface as well. We have to give IP and then save it. We have to do this for all three routers. At last we have to give root for our static routing. This is given so that our router can know about other networks as well. To do so, we have to run a command, that is IP root. Then we have to give the network address, subnet address, and address of our next hop. Once all these are done, then we can verify our connection. We can go on PC. In command prompt, we have to run a command, that is ping, and we have to give the network address of our PC to which we are sending the packet to. Now let's move to dynamic routing. In dynamic routing, routers automatically share route information with each other. First few steps are same. Then while configuring routers, we have to add some extra command. Firstly, we will go on router CLI. Then we will configure the router based on the interface that we have used. In this, we will be using two serial interface for each router. Then we have to configure the router for dynamic routing. The command for that is router RIP version 2. Then we have to define the networks and then we can save it. Once all these are done, then we can use show IP interface brief command to check if our RIP protocol is configured successfully. If it is configured successfully, then we can go on PC and run the ping command to check if our data is being transferred or not. To summarize, static routing is manual and dynamic routing is automatic. In this video, we learned about routers, IP addressing, static routing and dynamic routing with learning how to implement this.